Nobody, and I mean nobody, needs an expert or a self-appointed guru named Marigold who wears an amethyst ring and pongs of patchouli oil to tell you what your 3 a.m. pain points are. You already know what they are. And one of the most common ones is asking yourself, why do I keep going back to people that make me feel like shit? The answer is because you're not aware you matter. You believe you don't matter. This belief has its roots in childhood, when we were taught that our feelings were unimportant, trivial, silly, inconvenient. And consequently, we were chastised and belittled, and even humiliated and abused for having them. Sadly, this isn't something that happened only in families where there was neglect or abuse present, although feelings of shame and the belief that we don't matter are greatly exacerbated when neglect and abuse were present. It's something that happens in the most loving and supportive families. It's not uncommon for the most caring parent to have little or no emotional intelligence. So when you were ignored, chastised, or made to feel like shit in childhood for having the audacity to emote in response to something very reasonable that you experienced, you didn't have the capacity or the life experience to sit and think, oh, hang on, it was the emotion that wasn't acceptable. So we internalize this to mean I'm not acceptable. I'm not an acceptable person. If this happened daily growing up, or in the case of my childhood, growing up several times a day for 18 years and beyond, then the message we take on board about ourselves is I am not an acceptable person. We then emerge into adulthood doing all the same things we did in childhood. We adapt, contort ourselves out of shape, wear 10 masks before lunchtime to mould ourselves into somebody that's acceptable to other people. Us and our emotions are so closely entwined that we're almost one and the same entity. So because our feelings didn't matter, we believe we don't matter. So any unacceptable behaviour from other people is as good as it's ever going to get. So you accept chaos, conflict, criticism and judgment as the norm. On some unconscious level, we tell ourselves it's better to put up with all this stuff that's become familiar, therefore comforting, than it is to be alone, to have nobody to spend time with, to do things with, talk about our problems with, have sex with, and have someone validate us, because you were never taught to value yourself. So if you don't matter, then any old behaviour will do. In the second video, we'll explore the reasons why we keep going back to people that make us feel like shit. That of how we are programmed to believe that other people hold your happiness and worth in their hands.